I would describe G as very personable, very approachable. He always had a big smile on his face. He was definitely a leader, motivator. He taught us all how to, not be afraid to step up and not be afraid to take leadership roles.
He was always in a good mood. He was always smiling. He was never down. I guess depending on what day it was, if he was having a bad day, he never took it out on you. He was just always there for you.
He kind of thought everyone as part of his family. He was very outgoing, very talkative, very social.
He ran for office. He was the only one that showed up wearing a suit. So as soon as he walked in, we all knew, okay, this guy means business. So I have to say, just his speech and his motivation and all the ideas he had, you kind of really knew from the very beginning that, hey, this guy's onto something. There wasn't many committees. There was, I think, one committee. The organization didn't really have any structure. We really didn't do much. We kind of just met every week and talked about certain things. And no one really wanted to get involved. There wasn't any cohesion. When he took office and became president, everything turned around. We started committees. We started community service, fundraising. We started, he actually implemented the first constitution that HSA really had. Before it was Estudiantes de la Frontera, and that's the constitution we had, but we were now HSA. A lot of people may not know this, but he started HSA what? That was his thing.
That's how America is, and we all ran up there. It was just cool to see him when he made his way up there, because there were like 3 or 4 people like helping him get up there. Which is funny is because, like, in a sense, he was the person that always motivated everybody else. He was the person I was always like, hey, you can do it, come on.
And that night we were like, well, let's celebrate, let's, just have a little get together, and just kind of nothing crazy, just a little small get together, just kind of just celebrate. Oh, we finished it, we did the tower climb.
He, unfortunately, fell asleep at the wheel, and we all thought, he was the kind of guy who did everything. And I guess it affected him so much that, he overworked himself, we all thought.
He was driving down on Dezavala, on the Babcock, in the Dezavala-Babcock area when those two merges, and he fell asleep at the wheel.
The next day, I worked with him, so I walked into work, and I was calling the game.
Couldn't believe it, because I had just seen him the night before. I'd seen him all day, prior to that, and it was like just surreal.
We lost a friend, we lost a leader at a very early age. He kind of gave us focus, kind of gave us where we wanted to be, and to this day, I think a lot of his ideals, a lot of his principles, everything he instilled in the organization are still here today.
He put the organization out there. He promoted it. He just made it into an actual organization that you could be involved in, and people knew what the organization was.
He was and is and will always be a backbone for HSA. Everything that HSA stands for today, he helped create, he helped start, and I hope that people do remember him and do appreciate what they have in HSA because of him.
He didn't get to see it through to what it is today, and that's what motivated everybody to keep on going, to make the organization stronger, to be involved, and to make it what it is today.
I'm glad that I met him, and he taught me and others, what it is that HSA is all about. And it's about the friendship.
Know that it doesn't take a leadership position to become a leader, to motivate people, to help people, to organize.
I would describe her as fun-loving, like easygoing person. You met her the first time, it seemed like you known her forever.
And she was always very friendly. She always acted like she knew everybody. there was not one person that didn't know her or didn't like her. She always took pictures, and it wasn't like, oh, get together, take a picture. No, like, it was just her randomly taking pictures, and sometimes she just grabbed, like, the best moments because people weren't, like, thinking or posing, you know. She just captured everything that was going on.
If I had to put a title on her, she was pretty much the embodiment of what we do in HSA. She got me a Dallas shirt for my birthday because she was the only other Mavericks fan in San Antonio.
She's a big-time Mavericks fan. It was one of the biggest things you'll know about Sonia. Other than that, she knew how to take pictures. She loved the camera. Me and her made a bet. She's the biggest Dallas Mavericks fan there is. I was the biggest San Antonio Spurs fan there was. So we had a little friendly bet going on. So she told me, okay, well, if the Dallas Mavericks win, you have to wear a dress. I was like, not only will I wear a dress, you pick out your finest dress that you have, and I'll wear it. I'll tell you what, I'll even wear it all day, all through school, through the HSA meeting, everything. Outcome of the game, Spurs lose, Dallas Mavericks win by like 2 points. Well, they finally came, so I went to school, and I walked up, and I had my blue dress on. I went to class, I went to Santa Sombria, like we always do, middle of everybody. Especially the HSA meeting, that was the biggest kick out of everything. And everybody was asking me why I did it, why I was wearing the dress, especially to school. And I told them because I made a bet to a friend. We had been at a Fuddruckers fundraiser that night, and then after it was over, everybody was taking off.
We went back to Ice's house, or Ice's apartment. She was at the Oaks.
We were planning on going back and watching movies and stuff.
She was trying to get back home, in time to answer the dorm phone for her parents.
She never came back, but I didn't think anything of it because she had said she felt sick earlier, so I was like, no, she just didn't start coming back. So what happened, she was driving on the back cop trying to get to Chisholm, and they say that I guess her car skidded or something, and she crashed into that pool or something.
She lost control of her vehicle, and it just, I guess it caught a bad, like, patch of the gravel.
It wasn't until the next morning, and I was still there at Ice's, and her phone was getting blown up, and my phone was getting blown up, and they just told us to come to the UC.
Figured we'd get HSA together for, I guess, like an emergency meeting.
We went, and that's what we found out.
We had counselors from the school that were available and willing to help out.
At first I didn't believe it. It's really weird. Why are you guys saying that?
Just all like, it hit me that this isn't a dream. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a dream.
She was always at HSA events, every single event. She was like, might as well be the president.
I wouldn't have been able to do it without everybody.
I think it was because of HSA that I was able to get through it better. We were all, everybody knew everybody, and everybody was there to support each other. Everybody went through the loss. Everybody missed her.
It helped so much knowing that I wasn't the only one, that was devastated, I guess you could say, by it.
We got in touch with the family. We tried to see what we could do to help, what we can do to be involved. Because she was really involved in our lives.
We all went to the funeral in Dallas, and we all road tripped over there. There's 6 cars. There's 40 of us.
They really knew. They found out who she always talked about when she said HSA, HSA this, HSA that. They found out who we were.
That was so much fun, even though it was for the most worst reason to go to Dallas, but it was so much fun.
The days leading up to it, and then the actual trip, and then we were there for about a day, and then even on the way back, we were still all together for a good week.
We were trying to pretend it didn't happen, but it helped me a lot to not think about it in such a negative way all the time. The Holy Spirit Award is awarded to, I believe, the most involved new member. It was because she was always so involved. She was there every single thing, every game, every meeting, everything. They decided to put a little camera on the spring '07 shirt to kind of like commemorate her and remember her in that way, the happy way.
Never wanted to lose that memory, you know, and so I got a tattoo. I got a tattoo of what my life is now and what I look forward to, you know, in my life. The word family actually means something in this organization. And like I said, I mean, I had never felt closer to the organization than I did, you know, in those weeks.
Basically, she only was in HSA for about a semester. You're never too young. You're never too new to get involved, to make an impact in somebody's life. Just to do that in one semester and see the impact she made on not just my life, but a ton of people's lives that knew her. I mean, that's the #1 message.
So I don't want people to forget that HSA stands for so much more than just a meeting and some events here and there.